an absolute shooter, a bucket getter, a guy who can really shoot it from outside and in the bin.
Kentucky's Reed Sheppard has transformed from a local high school hero and the best freshman in men's college basketball.
I'm just gonna let my word talk and let my word do the talking for me.
Take a look, Jacoby Walter from Dallas, Texas, top 15 ESPN.
With the first pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select
It is finally draft week. Yes, the 2024 NBA draft is a few days away, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my official full first round 2024 NBA mock draft. So you guys know, like every year, I will be live streaming on this channel for the whole first round of Wednesday night's draft. I even plan on going live Thursday for the second round to talk about the first round, any deals that went down, recap that, and then also maybe do a little bit of live streaming throughout the second round. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, have post notifications on, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into my official mock draft. So to start things off with the Atlanta Hawks, they have the #1 overall pick this year. They got very lucky in the 2024 draft lottery. Would this be the year that you want to have the #1 overall pick? Not maybe more than some other years, but they could still get a very good player at the top. And remember, this is what I'm predicting what's going to happen, not what I would do. If I were the Atlanta Hawks, I would take Alex Sarr #1 overall, but you know what? I do think it's going to be Zachary Reed-Sachet going #1 overall out of JL Berg, the forward that they hope could be a good floor spacer for them right away, be a plus 3-point shooter, and also be a nice off-ball defender for their lackluster defensive backcourt in Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. Like I said, I would go Alex Sarr here, but he has yet to even work out with the Atlanta Hawks by the time I'm recording this video. The draft is in a few days away. They're about to invest millions and millions of dollars into this prospect, so I don't know if they're going to go with Alex Sarr. And mock drafts, outlets, analysts are all pointing in the same direction. Reed-Sachet #1. So with the second overall pick, Alex Sarr, my top guy in the 2024 draft, falls into the Washington Wizards lap. This is going to be an easy one for me. Sarr #2 to Washington. They desperately need a big man right now, right? They got what? Marvin Bagley, Rashawn Holmes on their current roster. I think with Topic's injury, he's not really going to be in play anymore at #2. So you get a franchise caliber center, in my opinion, that goes right into the rebuild for the Washington Wizards. And he may not be great right away, but by the time that they are done with this rebuild, his timeline is going to be perfect with theirs. So this is a no-brainer pick at #2 overall. And one of my favorite prospects in this draft is going #3 to the Houston Rockets, Reed Sheppard. It seems like the Rockets aren't going to be trading this pick, and they're going to make a selection here. Whoever pretty much gets drafted here is not going to have a ton of minutes in their rookie season unless they outwork and outcompete the rest of the guys on this team. Like, they could be competing for Tari Eason's minutes. They could be competing for Cam Whitmore's minutes next year, or even Amen Thompson's. You never really know, but I think Reed Sheppard is going to go here at #3. There's been rumors. They liked him in the workout, and he is the best shooter in this draft, in my opinion. He can play the 1, he can play the 2, and he'd be perfect for the Houston Rockets here at #3, who are trying to at least make the play-in tournament next year. They do have the talent to do so. So if the Rockets stay here at #3, I'm going with Reed Sheppard. And the San Antonio Spurs are on the clock here at #4, and I think this draft board has fallen fairly nice for them right now. And they're going to get Stephon Castle, the guard/wing hybrid out of UConn. San Antonio desperately needs some defenders on this roster, and they need some more guard play as well. They had one of the best defenders in the league last year in Victor Wembanyama, but they had one of the worst overall defenses in the league. So I think there could be some questions going with a non-defender here at 4, like a Rob Dillingham, and they can go in the route of Stephon Castle, who wants to play point guard, and even if he doesn't work out as a point guard, I think he could still be a very good wing in the NBA, and he could also be a good defender as well. So I'm going to lock in Stephon Castle, #4 here to the San Antonio Spurs, one of their first lottery picks here. At #5, the Detroit Pistons are on the clock here, and I believe they are ready to go Matas Buzelis. Art Tellem is currently the chairman executive of the Detroit Pistons, and his son, Michael Tellem of Excel Sports Management, is Buzelis' agent, so there is a connection there, but they also could use a player like Matas Buzelis who can operate in the half court, play off ball to Cade Cunningham, and be alongside Asor Thompson, because Buzelis could be a solid defender right away. He may be a solid shooter right away, but I think there's going to be a lot of growth to his game, and I think that's going to be the connection right there. It seems like all the mock drafts are pointing to the Buzelis direction. I wouldn't go that route if I were them. I would go for somebody a little bit more NBA ready, maybe trade down down, test that market. We will have a trade down at number 6, but I just think that it's going to be Buzelis at number 5. So at number 6, I actually do have a trade down. I have the Memphis Grizzlies jumping up from 9 to 6 and the Charlotte Hornets trading down, picking up a protected first round pick down the line to do so. And Memphis is trading up to number 6 to get the big man Donovan Clingan, who has fallen to this pick. When you think about it though, if Clingan doesn't go number 1 to the Atlanta Hawks, you would assume if it's not Sarr at 1 either, Sarr's going to go above Clingan at number 2 to Washington. I don't think Houston is taking Clingan with Şengün on their roster. They traded for Steven Adams. They got Jabari Smith Jr. and Tari Eason as well. San Antonio really hasn't come out and said they love the fit with Clingan and Victor Wembanyama right now. And then Detroit also has Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, and some other bigs on their roster. So I feel like the most logical solution could be a trade up for Memphis. And for the first time ever, I'm predicting a draft night trade. So the odds of this being correct aren't the highest, but hey, it does make sense for Memphis to pair up Donovan Clingan, just won 2 national championships and can be a good defender right away, and also get rebounds and help out Jaren Jackson Jr. in that front court because they need some center play and they do need someone that can compete and get out there and try to help them win a championship next year because they're going to have those aspirations with Ja, Bane, Triple J all fully healthy on the floor next year. So at number 7, we do have the Portland Trailblazers. I'm sure they would have loved for Donovan Clingan to fall to them at number 7. They're going to be selecting Cody Williams, the younger brother of Jalen Williams, with the 7th overall pick. I feel like at this selection, they can kind of go with a bunch of different options here, and they're going to go with the upside play in Cody Williams, who I do think could go number 4 to San Antonio. He could go number 5 to Detroit, but he's someone that should be a good defender right away with his length and his size. He's definitely going to have to work on his feel for the game, being able to hold on to the ball, not turning it over, especially when he's attacking the rim, being more aggressive at the rim, but he could be a solid shooter, and I think it gives him a little bit more versatility and gives them some more options with not drafting a guard here or even somebody competing with Time Lord or DeAndre Ayton. And don't worry, we'll have them taking a big man at 14. And at number 8, I got San Antonio going T-John Salon. So they go somebody that has a win now mindset, just won a national championship at UConn. It's Stephon Castle at 4, and they're getting someone that could hopefully be a stretch 4 next to Wemby down the line in T-John Salon, getting another French prospect, played last year for Cholet, and he's someone that can be able to space the floor, cut, slash a little bit, catch alley-oops, and could maybe hold his own on the defensive end of the floor with his strength and size going forward immediately. And with Charlotte trading down to number 9, picking up an additional first-round pick, they're going to be getting Dalton Connect here, the wing out of Tennessee. Connect was a really good shooter in his long college career at Northern Colorado, at Tennessee last year. The game is a little bit slower to him, right? Like, he definitely feels like he plays slower than some of his counterparts, but he's still really athletic. He can hit tough shots, and I think that's what Charlotte is going for in their new era. At number 10, this is where the fall of Nikola Topic is going to be. I believe he's going to be selected by the Utah Jazz here at 10. He does seem like an Danny Ainge type of prospect. 6'5", 6'6", super strong right now for a guard, and going to have that modern day size. He may miss half or the full part of the 2025 season, but that's kind of fine for Utah. I don't think they were going to draft an immediate contributor here with their lottery pick. They have a lot of big decisions to make. They want to have a full year evaluation with Keontae George, and even if Topic doesn't play till the 2026 season, that's more than fine for them. At number 11, I got Chicago selecting Devin Carter. Should they draft a guard? No. Do I want to see Devin Carter go to any other team but Chicago? Yes, but I do feel like the Bulls are going to lock in here for Devin Carter. If the Grizzlies do not trade up to get Donovan Clingan, I could definitely see them selecting Devin Carter at number 9. Even San Antonio could look at Devin Carter at number 8, but if he does fall to 11 to Chicago, I do believe that they're going to draft him in hopes that he replaces the Alex Caruso style of play. At number 12, I got Ron Holland going to the OKC Thunder. Yeah, a little bit of a shocker pick here. I mean, they traded away Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso, and I don't know if they're going to be linked to Holland fully, but I could definitely see them taking, in their opinion, possibly best player available. I'm sure they love T-John Salon or they'd love Devin Carter, but with them off the board, I think they could look into Ron Holland. That definitely is a boomer bust style of play, but someone that is crazy athletic, it can be a good defender and fit that Thunder identity for a team that's trying to win a title next year. And at number 13, I do have the Sacramento Kings taking the hometown kid of Sacramento, and they're going Jared McCain. Yes, they brought back Malik Monk, and I could see them going a wing or a big here for sure, but I think they're going to be connected to Jared McCain, and I do believe that there's a good chance he goes in the lottery, and this would be the perfect spot at Sacramento here. They could move on from Kevin Huerter this offseason for a much larger deal, so getting McCain could help offset that loss in shooting and could be a contributor right away for a team that's also trying to make the playoffs once again next year since they missed out on it last year. And to finish out the lottery, I do have the Portland Trailblazers going big. They go with Cody Williams at number 7. Yeah, I got Zach Edey being a lottery pick. I don't know, but I feel like Zach Edey's going to be a lottery pick, and I don't really know where it's going to be, so I think it's going to be right here at the end of it to the Portland Trailblazers. I could also see a team trading trading here to get somebody at the end of the lottery. But yeah, I do believe that Zach Edey is going to be a Portland Trailblazer on draft night, and he's someone that can contribute right away. They went with a project higher upside play, but may take a couple years to develop in Cody Williams at 7. So they're not doubling up on that, and they're getting a NBA ready caliber big in Zach Edey, and now they can feel comfortable trading away Robert Williams this offseason. And to start off the non-lottery section of this mock, at number 15, I have the Miami Heat selecting Rob Dillingham out of Kentucky. Yeah, a little bit of a slide for Rob Dillingham. He should not go out of the lottery. He's a top 10 player for me, but I feel like Clutch has been kind of weird with his workouts, right? He's only worked out for some certain teams, and he's someone that also had an ankle injury, missed the combine, and missed some of his workouts as well. So I do believe he could be in play for the Miami or the LA teams outside the lottery. Got him here going at number 15 to the Heat. For Philadelphia at 16 here, they're going to go someone that could help them right now, but that can also have really upside and could be a top 5 player in this class, and that's going to be Jacoby Walter at 16. I think he could be a good defender right away. I think he has higher upside as a shot creator and a lead initiator over some other wings in this tier, like a Keyshawn George, a Tristan Da Silva, Johnny Furphy, and I think he can be a solid 3-point shooter for Philadelphia next year, as they're looking to have some roster stability going forward, since I feel like every year it's turnover after turnover, and Walter can give you some insurance for the next 4+ years. I got the Lakers taking a big here at 17, and it is going to be Kel'el Ware out of Indiana. I'm not going to go Bronny here. I do think they will get Bronny with number 55 in the second round, and they're going to get the big man out of Indiana here. They can now play AD a little bit more at the power forward position. Ware can come in right away, use his athleticism to be a nice complementary big to AD, and there are some awareness issues with him, motor issues. I think playing in a winning mindset with a new head coach in JJ Redick could be really good for him. At 18, the Orlando Magic, I'm sure they would love to get Jared McCain here. I doubt he falls to 18, so I'm gonna have them go Bub Carlton Carrington from Pittsburgh. Could play the 1, could play the 2. Great size, one of the younger players in this draft. Beautiful pull-up jumper. Could be a good 3-point shooter for them right away, but could also, I think, initiate this offense. It could maybe eventually be their franchise point guard. I don't know why he's falling, but he is in every single mock, it seems like. I got Isaiah Collier falling to number 19 here for the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors have some good guards, obviously, in Emmanuel Quickley, but I think you're just going best player available here, and why not get Isaiah Collier, who could be a good backup point guard for you, but I also believe he could play out there with Scotty Barnes and Emmanuel Quickley under Darko Rajakovic's system, so you might as well go value play here. I think Raptors fans would be very happy with this if it ended up happening. At 20, Cleveland, I have them going wing here in Tristan Da Silva. I'm not the biggest fan of Karis LeVert, and I think Da Silva right away could be an upgrade over Dean Wade, and he can give you some more wing depth with Max Strus already on that roster, and we'll see if they bring back Isaac Okoro. Da Silva can help them in the playoffs next year. He's going to be healthy. He's going to be available. He's someone that can do a little bit of everything, like I've mentioned before: dribble, pass, defend, shoot. Not at an elite level, but good enough where it's a nice rotational piece in the playoffs. Really popular pick here for the New Orleans Pelicans at 21. It's going to be Yves Missi here out of Baylor. I think there are some question marks with him and Zion out there at the same time, because neither of them really can space the floor, but you're going to have such an athletic front court duo with Missi and Zion Williamson, as Missi has that Clint Capella player comp. He can catch alley-oops, he can rim run, he can set screens, and I think would be a solid play here with Valanciunas being a free agent. Phoenix needs a point guard, right? And with Carlton Carrington just getting drafted by the Orlando Magic, we're going to have them go with the next best point guard on the board, and that is going to be Tyler Kolek out of Marquette. He could slow down this offense. He can get KD to his spots, get Booker to his spots, get Beal involved as well, even run the pick and roll with Yusuf Nurkic, and he could play in the playoffs for you next year, as Phoenix is trying to win a championship before Kevin Durant either leaves them or retires. I got Milwaukee going big here at 23, and with Ware off the board, with Zach Edey off the board, I think they can go Kyle Filipowski here out of Duke. They may even look to move Brook Lopez this offseason if Filipowski can space the floor a little bit for them, and Giannis could help out with Filipowski's defensive deficiencies and can give them some stability at the 5 spot going forward. I feel like the odds of the Knicks keeping both 24 and 25 are very low, but at 24, I think they can go Keyshawn George out of Miami. Kind of reminds me of the Quentin Grimes pick a little bit. 3-and-D mold, may take a little bit of time to develop, even though Grimes was a little bit more NBA ready than Keyshawn George is right now, but I think that's fine for the Knicks, as they have a lot of guys that are currently getting minutes on this roster. Hopefully they bring back OG Anunoby and Isaiah Hartenstein, and George could be somebody that could eventually be a nice rotational piece on the back half of that rookie contract. And a very popular mock here at 25, Ryan Dunn to the New York Knicks. He's the best defender in this class. He's one of the best interior defenders in this class, one of the better help defenders, one of the better perimeter defenders, and Tibbs would just love that at 25. Hopefully they could fix his shooting. At 26, Washington is getting another high upside big and one of the favorite bigs in this class for me, and that's Tyler Smith out of the G League Ignite. Great looking handle for somebody of his size, can rim protect a little bit and can space the floor. And I'm getting excited thinking about a Tyler Smith and Alex Sarr two-man big man lineups for them next year. That could be fun. At 27, Minnesota does need some shooting off the bench. Let's go Johnny Furphy here out of Kansas. Really good shooter. Could be some question marks defensively right away, but if he's out there with McDaniels, with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, with Naz Reid, that's going to be fine to help him out, and he could be one of the better shooters for them off the bench. I got Deron Holmes to the Denver Nuggets here, 28. DeAndre Jordan should be in question next year. There were also some questions with Zeke Naji this past year. Let's get some more competition with Deron Holmes at 28. There's a rumor, there was a promise made to Deron Holmes, so I'm going to bet it was Denver at 28. 29, we got Utah going Pacomi Dadiet. Yeah, Nikola Topic, Dadiet in this draft here for Danny Ainge and the Utah Jazz. Like I said, they have a lot of guys that want to get minutes next year. Sexton, Clark, so the list can go on and on. Markin and obviously Kessler. And we can go Dadiet, who can go in the G League next year, maybe the following year, but could be a nice rotational piece for them back half of that rookie contract since he's one of the more younger players in this draft. And to finish this out at number 30, I got Boston going Baylor Shireman out of Creighton. Can play make a little bit, but can also be a consistent shooter for them and also can hold his own defensively on the older side. More NBA ready as Boston is trying to look to contend obviously next year and a couple more years to hopefully start a dynasty for them. So yeah, that is going to be it for me. Hope you guys did enjoy my official first round mock draft for the 2024 NBA draft. If you did enjoy it, I would appreciate it if you dropped a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you guys think about any of these picks, specifically for your favorite team. Please let me know down below. And like I said, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and make sure post notifications are on for the draft live stream Wednesday night. And I'll catch you all there.